But we don't always know, you know. God works in mysterious ways, His wonders to perform. If we commit anything to God and believe it like our children or whatever more, let's believe that God will answer that prayer. Today, before I left to go away, the phone constantly ringing, and the mothers with their children and saying, I pray for them. I said, now just commit them to God. That's all you have to do. And don't put your hands on it anymore. Let God have it. If you're going to do something about it, then God will stand back and let you go ahead and you get finished. But when you commit it to God and let Him have it, then He'll do it. You just believe Him. Just stand back and don't work, but believe. That's where grace is imputed for righteousness. To believe that God will. Then he said, no doubt in his heart that he remembered how mother used to read him Bible stories. You know, it used to be mothers had time to read their children Bible stories. They don't have it no more now. They got to get the new car and get out and go at the ladies' card party and everything. And mothers used to be, they had to pack their water from the spring and boil it on the outside. I remember my mother have a great big old iron kettle and do her washing outside. And she had more time now than a modern mother does, just to push a button like that. Do her washing, dishes, everything else, just push a button. But I don't think our modern convenience has got us anywhere. And what it is made us awful lazy, killing us with heart trouble and everything else. Suzanne Wesley had 17 children. And with them 17 children, back hundreds of years ago, she could still take from 2 to 3 hours a day and all over a busy schedule to read the gospel and pray for her children. What happened? She had a John and a Charles out of there that turned the world upside down. Suzanne Wesley. I stood by her grave not long ago and put my hand on the stone. I said, God, give America some mothers like that. That's right. She produced a Charles and a John. Wesley. Charles gave the world some of its best gospel songs, and John, oh my, he was surely a firebrand snatched from the fire. That is right. What a great man of God that he was. Now, but today with all of our modern convenience, and instead of reading the Bible to our children, we'll turn the television on and let them look at something that's not even fit for them to look at. Now that's right. That's right. And another thing, we'll give them these little old comic books and little old story books off of the some drugstore mantle that oughtn't to even be sold to make kindling wood out of or fire out of, and yet we poke all that kind of stuff down our children's neck. While the American, I bet you this, nearly every boy in America can tell you who Davy Crockett was, but I imagine there isn't 1/3 of them can tell you who Jesus Christ is. That's right. Oh, the Lone Ranger or somebody like that or some movie star, they know all about it. Because it's laid before them, and the Bible is a book that's put away, and when the minister comes, they dig it out and dust it off and lay it up like that. It's never read. What we need today is some good old-fashioned mothers back to take their children back to prayer. That's the best remedy I know of to cure juvenile delinquency. That's right. It's good old honest mothers. I hear them talk about the illiteracy of the Kentucky mothers who up around in the part of the country where we come from up there. Now they might not know right and left hand, but you let one of their girls come in one night with her hair all turned inside out and her clothes all off of her and lipstick smeared all over her face and like that, and some little half-drunk sow's cigarette sucker bring her daughter in around daylight. I'll tell you, she won't be able to get out of bed for 3 months. I'll just guarantee you that now. Yes, sir. You talk about illiteracy. We need more of them kind of mamas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That'll bring back discipline.